Eagle, proud symbol of our country, keep on flying high up above, and together we will stand and we'll restore the land. Oh, Eagle, keep on flying, Eagle. Welcome in to Listen to the Eagle. That's right, your live call-in radio show on hunting, fishing, God, family, and country, and anything Paul Ott wants to talk about. Bert Ott Carruth, your host tonight, live in the Reed's Metal Studio. You want to be a part of the show? 1-800-251-5891. That's 1-800-251-5891 or pound 444 if you're C-Spire, customer inspired. Right here in the Reed's Metal Studio, along with Listen to the Eagles, one of our favorite co-hosts, Mr. Landon Moore. Landon.
What's going on, buddy?
Glad you're here, brother.
Man, I'm blessed to be here.
I know normally most of you know that Landon's in here on youth night, but he was already in town, and I can always use a partner in crime.
That's right. I've been about 3 doors down all day long in some training. So
now you can let it loose.
That's exactly right. I'm here to talk to folks now. I ain't been able to talk all day.
Also got Robert Daley has entered the building of the Reed's Metal Studio. Robert had a booth at the Mississippi Wildlife Extravaganza this past weekend. Robert, real quick, before we go to anybody else, just kind of update us what you saw. I know you had some wonderful youth through your event. You were just sharing some fun stories with us.
Yeah, we had a blast. It was a good weekend, great weekend. All the kids were fantastic. I always make me a new buddy every year.
Right.
And this year was a little guy named Colton Stutz, and he was super. He was like 9 years old going on 25.
Oh, wow.
I never knew what was going to come out of his mouth next, but it was the way he would say stuff, so groany and matter of fact, and I mean, he just had me rolling. But he was great. He kept coming back, and I got a good picture with him when it was over, and got to talk to his parents, and I just enjoyed spending time with him, getting to know him.
Well, look, I'm gonna put you on the spot before we go to our next caller, our next guest.
You wouldn't do that, would you?
I know. But no. I know everybody knows if you've listened to this show for any length of a time that Robert's good with a bow, but Tell us about what you hit. That's pretty cool.
Well, once in a while we'll get a break. We'll look up and there's nobody waiting in line. It doesn't last long, so we'll grab our personal bows, just have a little fun shooting. And we have ping pong balls, 3 of them hanging from the backdrop.
Yeah.
They're back behind the targets. And so I pierced one of the ping pong balls and nailed it to the backdrop.
Sweet.
And then on each deer target, on the shoulder, I've got a quarter stuck to it, and also a quarter sticking out of the back of each target. And I tell the kids, if you can hit that quarter, you can have it.
Right.
Because the tip of that arrow will put a dent in it, and you can tell people you did that with a bow and arrow. They're not going to believe you, but you can tell them, But anyway, I got in there, and I shot 3 times at one of the quarters, and I hit it, and I was shooting an 84-pound recurve, and it packed such a hard punch, it actually punched a hole through the quarter.
Yeah.
And I ran out there to get the quarter, and a little kid went with me, and we were looking, and I was looking all over the floor, and I said, "Do you see the quarter? Where is it?" And he looked up, and he said, "There it is." I looked, and the arrow had hit the thing so hard, it pushed the quarter up inside the target.
Oh, wow.
That's too cool. Well, that's a great segue, so let's go straight to the Scenic Rivers region, and we've got Brent Barron, speaking of bows and archery. Brent, welcome to Listen to the Eagle.
Thanks, man. Appreciate y'all taking my call.
Man, we just thank you and thank y'all for everything you do down there. Tell us a little bit about, I think there's an event about to take place down there in that wonderful Scenic Rivers.
That's right. This weekend, not this weekend, but next, August 19th, we'll have our 3rd annual Scenic Rivers Archery Tournament. And this year, a little bit different setup. Last year we had one range of targets that we accommodated all our classes for, but this year we're going to have 2 separate ranges. We're hopefully expecting a bigger crowd this year. Last year we got hit with the floods in Louisiana, which I think held up a lot of our attendance from coming in, from people having to deal with families dealing with floods and things like that. We still ended up having about 70 shooters last year.
Oh, wow.
So we're hoping this year to hopefully somewhere around doubling in attendance. We're preparing for a big turnout, and we're wanting to invite all people, all ages, all experience levels, youth, adult men's and women, bow hunter classes, and all open equipment classes. We'll have a place for everyone, basically.
What's the location and what time does the event kick off?
The location is going to be at Vance Park, which is just off of Highway 24, just west of Liberty. It's a state-owned piece of property.
Oh, yes,
and,
beautiful.
We've had beautiful place. We've had the event there 2 years in a row now, and the event's going to be on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. is when we're going to start the tournament. And registration will start about 30 minutes before.
So they need to register at the site.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Now, Brent, there's all kind of door prizes and everything else too, right?
Yes, sir. We've got just about everything you can imagine that refers to hunting, man. We've got deer stands, deer cameras, gift cards to several different stores for hunting equipment, outdoor products. We've got back seats, fees, just a ton of stuff, man. I could sit here and go through the list, but it'd take me a while.
No, Brent, that's awesome. So I'm feel pretty confident they can all go to www.visitscenicrivers.com to find out more about this event. Is there phone numbers or any other website or anything on social media they need to look for?
Yes, they can. If anybody has any questions, they're welcome to give me a call. My cell phone number is 601-248-3849, or our president, Joseph Parker, and Angela Harvey, they're both located at the main office in Macomb. I can give you a number for them real quick. You can reach them at 601-248-6956. But that website's going to be your best spot to get some information. And you can also click in and show your interest by registering online. There's no cost or anything. It just kind of gives us an idea of how many will be attending.
Yeah, so August 19th at Vance Park.
That's right. 2 weeks.
Saturday morning.
Right.
Registration is going to be at the site, but if you want more information, you need to go to www.visitscenicrivers.com. Not only this event, Scenic Rivers region is always having events. Some of the coolest events are in the whole state of Mississippi. We always say that it's a destination now. It's not just a dot on the map.
That's right.
You know, you and I were kind of talking earlier.
Right.
You got the Delta, you got the Gulf Coast, you got the Golden Triangle.
That's right.
And we were talking about, it was always for the longest time just Southwest Mississippi. Well, no, that's a dot on the map. This is the beautiful Scenic Rivers region, and they have event after event after event. Brent, thank you so much for what you do, not only for the Scenic Rivers region, but just for the outdoors in general. And look forward to seeing you on August 19th, brother.
No problem, man. Thank y'all for your time, man.
Good deal.
Have a good one, bud.
Got another half hour of more Listen to the Eagle. Y'all don't go anywhere. We're going to have a big time. Got Landon Moore, got Robert Daley, got myself, got Paul Ott down on beautiful Lake Dixie Springs and Scenic Rivers. We're going to talk to Carl Ott. We're going to go down memory lane of he and I growing up in Scenic Rivers. We've had a story for the last 3 Monday nights. We got another one for you tonight. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Legendary entertainer Paul Ott brings you his greatest hits. Get them all in this special CD-DVD combo set, including Old Blue,
Many and a many of an early morn.
I Am Mississippi,
I am everything good you have ever dreamed about.
Right Arm of America, and many more. To order, visit listentotheeagle.com or send $20 check or money order to Paul Ott's Greatest Hits, Box 219, Summit, Mississippi 39666.
Welcome back. Listen to the Eagle. I want to go straight to our next guest, Mr. Tom Lewis from Fisherman Thumb.
Thanks for having me.
Man, yeah, awesome. In studio. Hey, I got these things on my hand here. I don't know if you can see these or not. Got something on my thumb and a new product right here on my index finger. Tell us all about it.
Necessity's the mother of invention. I was at the Alabama LSU game about a year and a half ago, and I came up with this idea, and it has nothing to do, let me show you guys, it has nothing to do with hunting or fishing. But it's everything for the Alabama fan, right?
Yeah, hunting for trouble the minute you stick that little digit up there.
You got to be careful. So I was out at Alabama. We got this thing patented here. It's called a victory finger.
Yeah.
And it's got tied on one side, an A, and the 15 seasons on the other, 15 wins on the other side.
Yeah.
And a guy came up to me. He says, so you know a little bit about, making things for the fingers.
Right.
And I said, well, maybe. What you got? He goes, I've been fishing for a long time. And he goes, I'm tired of the raw thumb. He goes, I fish Saturday, I fish Sunday. I go to work Monday, and I can't write, I can't type, I can't do my whatever work I do with my hands. And he goes, I got an idea.
Wait a minute. Let's break this down for our listeners. A raw thumb that's not from fishing. That's from catching.
That's from catching. There's a big difference.
Yeah, there's difference. So from catching, and you reach down, and you get that
and you
bad
lick
boy
that
off.
bass.
Yeah, you get it off that hook.
So when you're lipping that bass and bringing it into the boat and trying to take it off the hook, it's thrashing, it's not happy.
Right.
And it's really so much not the biting, it's the teeth that go back and forth, back and forth.
The friction.
The friction, that's right. And next thing you know, you shred up your thumb pretty good with just a little 3 or 4 pound smallmouth or even largemouth bass.
Oh wow.
So he says, look, let's brainstorm. And so we did, and I immediately said, I've got an idea. While I was researching for the victory fingers, I came across some fabric that didn't work for victory fingers, but I think could work for the water.
Yeah.
Neoprene, right?
Yeah.
Water resistant, floats if you drop it, all those big things. So went through a couple of models and tests, and finally came out with the Fisherman's Thumb.
Fisherman's Thumb. FishermanThumb.com.
Fisherman'sThumb.com, that's right.
So we go, like I share with a lot of people, Tom, visiting with Tom Lewis, the founder and I guess the owner of Fisherman's Thumb. Look, here's the deal. We love bringing on guests that are educational, and then we really love bringing on guests with these cool products. So this is cool. So tell us about it. How can we get it?
Well, yeah, let me say, there's so many cool fishing products out there. There's the things that make the mainstream media all the time. We just got back from the Bassmaster Classic, Bert, and we exhibited there. Some folks came up to us and bought a bunch, and we said, what are you doing with them? And they said, well, we're florists. We cut a lot of roses.
Wow.
We're constantly cutting our thumbs open because we're cutting stems.
Yeah.
So we're going to get some activity in the florist industry. And then our pro staffers.
Well, I was about to ask you, are you on the tour? Do you see your product out there?
We have a pro staffer, Clint Davis. He's FLW Rookie of the Year in 2012.
Okay.
He's our only pro staffer. And he showed us his thumb, and it's pretty tore up. But he said, Tom, if you could come up with something that protects the index finger, because we're always wearing Band-Aids and electrical tape, and that either wears off or gets wet and falls off.
All right, now wait a minute. Now talk to me about that. Give me the out there in the field. Why my index finger?
Well, what's happening? First, you look at the end result. The lines cutting their fingers, their index finger, the fishing line. Every time you snag and you jerk, you're getting that line across that finger. And you do it as a pro guy. You do it 150 times a day.
Right.
It's going to wear on that. But the other one that came to surprise us was, they say when they're reeling, right? You cast and reel. When they're reeling, that finger's hitting the star drag or part of the reel every time.
Yeah, right there on that knuckle.
Right there on that knuckle. So they said, come up with a product that's tight-fitting, fashionable right now, but tight-fitting and doesn't interfere with the reeling. So we came up with this design that's circular and tubular, and it really holds fast to the finger. Now, Bert, this isn't available on our website yet. We just got finished product in Thursday, and we are literally just releasing it to the market, so you won't see it on fishermansthumb.com.
But it's coming.
But it's coming within days, if not weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're solving some problems for those who don't want to wear a full glove. You can wear one or wear both of these and take care of the all the abrasion and the rawness you get from catching.
Well, again, visiting with Tom Lewis, founder of Fisherman'sThumb.com. I can't thank you enough for being in studio. I love bringing guests on that can help our listeners, and man, these are just two awesome deals. What's behind this deal?
Oh yeah, well to attract attention to the trade shows.
Yeah.
We came up with this idea. Literally, we were on our way up to the Tennessee Hunting and Fishing Valley Expo last summer, and we stopped at a Home Depot in Coleman. and we got ourselves a little hacksaw. We said, we want to prove how good this thumb is, because people are like, come on, the teeth will go right through that.
Oh,
you're
not about to do this live in
yeah,
studio.
I'll give it a shot. I have
All
a
right,
little
look,
6-year-old.
if you're riding down the road, hurry up and get on listentotheeagle.com and watch this live. He's about to. Tom, don't do it.
It'll hurt a little bit. So literally, you can put all your weight on that as much as you can and want.
Oh, he's got a saw.
Those teeth aren't going to go through there.
Wow.
Now, we've had people say, well, can you use it with barracuda? No, you can't do barracuda and you can't do walleye, but you probably can do some speckled trout.
Yeah.
And some of the smaller fish. Obviously, the redfish should probably do fine. Snook's a good. I got a guy who just sent me a bunch of pictures from Bonita Springs, Florida. Caught a bunch of snook, 30-inch snook. Had this on his thumb.
It's not going to help Dennis in a couple of more weeks going to fish for those sharks in the kayak.
The only thing left with Dennis will be his thumb. Everything else will be gone.
Wow. Tom Lewis, go to fishermansthumb.com. Check out all his products. Thank you for what you do for our fishermen. Thank you for being a part of Listen to the Eagle and coming in the studio. It's awesome stuff. Man, that's an awesome invention right there.
It is. That's neat.
Have you seen that?
I did. I don't remember where I saw it, but it's been a month or couple months ago. I saw it somewhere, and it may have been on Facebook or the internet or something like that.
You've got something here we're going to talk about in Lincoln County on the next segment.
County Wildlife Expo.
So y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Listen to the Eagle.
Paul Ott's The Day of the Lord CD-DVD combo set is our free gift to you and your family. The Day of the Lord includes songs like I Am That I Am, Don't Cry for Me, and They Could Not Stop His Love, as well as special sermons by Tom Lester, Dr. Larry LeBlanc, and others. Paul's special holy visits and the printed Don't Cry for Me poster are also included. Get yours by calling 1-800-684-9486 or by letter to New Day of the Lord Ministries Foundation, Box 219, Summit, Mississippi 39666.
Don't touch that radio dial. Stay right where you are, because it's Listen to the Eagle. Bert Ott Carruth coming to you live from the Reed's Metal Studio. Paul Ott in the beautiful Scenic Rivers region at Lake Dixie Springs. We are your live call-in radio show on hunting, fishing, God, family, and country, and anything Paul Ott wants to talk about. We got one of our favorite co-hosts here tonight, Mr. Landon Moore. Landon's usually here on Youth Night. Right. Always thank you for what you do for the youth around the state of Mississippi.
Absolutely.
Introducing them to the outdoors.
Man, it's coming up.
It's here.
It'll be here. I went to a bow shop a while ago when I got out of this class before I came over here. And hunting season's upon us because it was about 12 vehicles parked in front of it, flooding, raining so hard.
Yeah, and
they were in there spending money left and right.
Well, Robert, we talked last weekend that the extravaganza is kind of that flagship kickoff that tells everybody that, hey, hunting season is here.
Now that the extravaganza's over, it's going to get here even quicker.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it goes in fast forward.
Opening day's tomorrow.
I'm going to definitely have my hands full with the youth hunt this year. Last year was my first year to for us to have it, and man, it's already I'm getting emails and calls and running into people at church and different things. And, don't forget about us. No
doubt.
And let's get it all. And people calling, wanting to. Don't let me forget to give you some money towards that and this, that, and other. It's going to be big. I know it is.
Well, I also want to remind our listeners that every third Monday night, Landon comes in and we really dedicate Listen to the Eagle, the show, to the youth. And we have a lot of youth that call in, a lot of stories by some adults calling in about youth. It's just a great environment. So I always invite you on every third Monday night to make sure you listen to the Eagle for Youth Night. Hey, real quick, Landon, update everybody about this.
So my mom works for the Enterprise Journal, and this guy that's hosting, I don't know the man's name, but he gave her this sheet and asked, for her to help broadcast it, and she gave it to me. So it's the 2017 Lincoln County Wildlife and Expo, Outdoor Expo, excuse me. It's at the Lincoln County Civic Center. It will be Friday, September the 8th from 5 p.m. to 9, Saturday, September 9th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Admission's free. Adults 13 and up, $6 for children. What is it? Adults? Admission's fee, excuse me, not
fee.
free,
No,
fee.
yeah.
Adults 13 and up, $6. Children 7 to 12, $5. Children
Landon,
6 and under are free.
You're too young to not be able to read that fine, small
tiny.
print.
That is tiny right now. I ain't lying. I think I have to get my eyes checked, I guess. But anyways,
But
this
yeah,
is
some of those events.
man. The events are what was crazy. They have a splash dogs. I'm not even sure what that is. I think it's where they throw the dummies.
Right, and the dogs run and jump. Right, and they measure how far they jump out.
Right,
yeah.
Pig catching, gator, baby alligators. The snake man will be there. Mr. Terry. I can't even begin to say his last name.
Vanderveer.
There you go.
All I knew.
Hand grabbing tanks. There's just tons and tons of things.
Boy, y'all better not call PETA if there's pig catching down there.
Man,
Boy,
I'm telling you.
PETA.
They've got all kind of sponsors for this thing, so it looks like it's going to be a really nice event. They have a website, and it looks like also a Facebook page. It's www.lincolncountywildlifeexpo.com. Y'all give them a check out and see all the cool things that's going to be going on.
Yep.
That's September 8th and 9th.
Looks like it's going to be a fun time down there in Lincoln County. Y'all don't
birthday.
go anywhere. We got some more of Listen to the Eagle. Don't you touch that radio dial, because we'll be right back.
Legendary entertainer Paul Ott brings you his greatest hits. Get them all in this special CD-DVD combo set, including Old Blue,
Many and a many of an early morn.
I Am Mississippi,
I am everything good you have ever dreamed about.
Right Arm of America, and many more. To order, visit listentotheeagle.com or send $20 check or money order to Paul Ott's Greatest Hits, Box 219, Summit, Mississippi 39666.
Welcome back. Last segment, Listen to the Eagle. Bert Ott Carruth in the Reed's Metal Studio alongside Paul Ott down in the Scenic Rivers region of beautiful Lake Dixie Springs, and one of our favorite co-hosts, always here on Youth Night, Mr. Landon Moore. Again, thank you for being part of the show today.
Absolutely.
Let's go. We're going down memory lane in the Scenic Rivers region with Carl Ott from the Car Lot. The last few Monday nights we've done this. I'm going to frame it for everybody, and then I'm going to go down memory lane, and then I'm going to let you take it, and then I'm going to bring it back to the actual memory that I want to talk about, all right? So what we do.
I get nervous about these things.
I know. Carl and I grew up in the Scenic Rivers region, and over the last few Monday nights, we've been going down memory lane, and it's really hit a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of text about when we tell the stories. They really kind of resonate. So, Carl, we were very fortunate in the Scenic Rivers region. Not only are there beautiful rivers, but there's so many awesome lakes. And you and I had in our backyard beautiful Percy Quinn Lake, and we had Lake Dixie Springs that I grew up on and where I lived. So the memory is that I always remember during the summer, especially when we were really young, going out and meeting you at Percy Quinn with your brother Kerry Ott in the boat, and Kerry being one of the most awesome skiers, doing things on the water that I've ever seen, as far as slalom skiing and kneeboarding and barefooting, and he taught you and I a lot of things. And then I can also remember, at Lake Dixie Springs, us waking up and hitting the water and just literally still going under the moonlight, until Paul Ott would come out there and whistle and make us get off the lake. So I share all that you and I, in my opinion, grew up on the water. And yeah, we've already told some fishing stories, but we really had a wonderful summer life of skiing.
Let me tell you what, I'm probably too old now to ski, too out of shape, but my fondest memories and some of the most awesome times of fellowship and friends and teaching people how to water ski or kneeboarding. And we were able to learn on such a beautiful pieces of property with lakes and trees and stuff. And like you said, I can remember us several times being done skiing, calling it quits, and all of a sudden the lake gets just smooth like glass.
And we would
say, let's go, let's catch one more round.
Let's get one more round. All right, real quick before we run out of time, here's the memory. So, saying all that, I'll brag on Carl and myself a little bit. We got pretty good. I mean, when you do something that much, you get pretty good.
Absolutely.
So here we are. Carl and I are in 7th grade. We're at Lake Dixie Springs, and we look up, and about 200 to 300 yards, we saw a bunch of juniors and seniors on the pier and a bunch of pretty girls.
Yeah.
And Carl looks at me
I know where this is going.
and says, "Hey, let's hop off and let's go double barefoot and show off by these girls. And I'm going to let Carl take it from there. Carl, you got about a minute.
Well, it's pretty simple, Bert. We did just what I said we were going to do. So we had somebody else in the boat to drive when we jumped out, and we told them to hit it. And when they hit it, we pop up, and here we come.
About 40 miles an hour strong.
Down, I mean, right down there barefoot, and we get through, of course, and I think they did notice. They just noticed the barefoot, not who it was. But it's one of those memories, and I can still remember. I won't call any names. I remember what class it was, who all it was out there, and we prevailed there that day.
Yeah.
So
it didn't end. It didn't end in a bad fail.
No, it was great.
Oh,
we
awesome.
actually we were very successful in what Carl wanted to accomplish, and my memory was a bunch of girls hooping and hollering and yelling, Carl. That's all I remember.
Yeah, whistling and everything.
I remember this. I remember them asking us to bring the boat over. Could they get in and ride?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, great show, Carl Ott. Love you. Thank you for going down memory lane at Scenic Rivers. We'll see you all next week on Listen to the Eagle.